Hello and welcome to another video on substitution, and in this video we're just going to get some more practice with evaluating some expressions. So if you are a bit rusty with using substitution, then hopefully this will be some good practice for you. So as always, pause the video, see if you can have a go at answering these 11 questions yourself first, and then I'll go through the answers. Okay, I'm assuming you've paused the video, so let's go through this together now. So we've got 11 questions here, and we need to find the value of each expression when we've got given values for A, B, C, D, and E. So all we need to do is substitute these values into our expressions. So if we start off with question A, we've got 4, and then in brackets A plus D. So we've got 4 outside our brackets, and then inside our brackets, we know that A is equal to 1.5. So it's going to be 1.5 plus whatever the value is for D. Well, D is 0.5. So 0.5, close brackets. So now we just need to evaluate this expression. And because of orders of operation, we always do the brackets first. So 1.5 plus 0.5, well, that's just 2. So it's going to be 4. And then inside our brackets, we've got 2. Well, this just means 4 times 2. Whenever we've got a number next to a set of brackets, that number is being multiplied by whatever's inside the brackets. So 4 times 2 is 8. So 8 is our final answer. Question B, we've got 5, and then in our brackets, we've got C plus B. So 5, and then inside the brackets, C is equal to 6. And then we're going to add on B, which is equal to 4. So again, the brackets first. 6 plus 4 is 10. So it's going to be 5 times 10. And 5 times 10 is 50. Question C is 3, and then in the brackets it's 10 minus E. So 3 outside the brackets, 10 subtract E. Now the value for E is negative 3, so you need to be really careful here. We're not subtracting 3, we're subtracting negative 3. So we're subtracting negative 3, and that is different, because if we're subtracting a negative number, that's the same as adding. So a lot of people will write 7 for inside the brackets. That is not correct. So it's a big mistake people make. This is not 10 subtract 3, it's 10 plus 3. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by 13. 3 times 13 is 39. Question D is ABC. Well, when we've got 3 variables next to each other, that just means multiply. So this is A times B times C. So A is 1.5. So 1.5 times B, which is 4, times C, which is 6. So multiplication is commutative. So the order in which I do this doesn't matter. I could do 6 times 4 first and then times 1.5. But I think I'm just going to do it from left to right. So 1.5 times 4 is 6. And then 6 times 6 is 36. Question E is E cubed. And we know that E is negative 3. So it's going to be negative 3 cubed. So that's just negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. So if we multiply 3 negative numbers together, we're still going to get a negative answer. And then 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So our final answer is negative 27. Question F is D squared, and D is 0.5. So it's going to be 0.5 squared, which is just 0.5 times 0.5, and that gives us 0.25. Question G is 5b squared. So this is going to be 5 multiplied by b squared, and b is 4. So it's going to be 5 times 4 squared. And again, this is a question where there's a lot of misconception. People will do 5 times 4 first. So if b is 4, they'll do 5 times 4 and then square the answer. But due to our orders of operation, indices always comes before multiplication. So we need to do the b squared first. So 4 squared, that's 16. So it's going to be 5 times 16. And I think I can do that in my head. That will be 80. Question H, we've got 8e squared plus 3. So it's going to be 8 times e squared. Or e is negative 3. It's going to be negative 3 squared. And then we're going to add on 3. So first of all, let's evaluate what negative 3 squared is. That's just negative 3 times negative 3, which is positive 9. So it's going to be 8 times 9, or not 9 times 9. I said 8, but I wrote 9. So 8 times 9, and then plus 3. And again, our orders of operation tell us to do the multiplication first. So 8 times 9 is 72. So it's going to be 72 plus 3, which gives us 75. Question I is b plus 2 and then all of that divided by 3. So b is 4. So it's going to be 4 plus 2 and then divided by 3. Or 4 plus 2 is 6. So it's going to be 6 divided by 3. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. Question J, we've got 2c minus e and then all of that divided by 4. So 2c, that's going to be 2 times 6. 2 times 6. And then we're going to subtract e. And e is negative 3. So again, we're subtracting negative 3. We are not adding 3. So just be careful about that. And then all of that is being divided by 4. So what do we have? Well, 2 times 6 is 12. So it's going to be 12. And then if we're subtracting negative 3, that's the same as adding 3. So I can just write 12 plus 3. And then that is divided by 4. 12 plus 3 is 15. So it's going to be 15 over 4. And I could leave my answer like this, 15 over 4. But I'm just going to convert it to a mixed fraction. So 4 goes into 15 3 times. And there is 3 left over. So it's going to be 3 3/4. Or you could say 3.75. And last but not least, we've got question K, which is 10d plus 4b and all of that over 7. So it's going to be 10 times d, and d is 0.5. 10 times 0.5. And then we're going to add on 4 times b, and b is equal to 4. And then all of that is being divided by 7. It's a very wonky line, but hopefully it doesn't really make any difference. So 10 times 0.5, that's 5. And then we're going to add on 4 times 4, which is 16. And then all of that is being divided by 7. So 5 plus 16 is 21. And 21 divided by 7, that's quite nice because that divides without any remainders. That is 3. So we're going to leave it there for this video. Hopefully that was useful and hopefully it gave you a bit more practice with using substitution. If you do have any questions, please let me know and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Take care.